Hi guys, it's Dr. Mohammad Usman, and today I will be talking about the topic of project charter and selection. So I will be starting from the basics of the project charter and selection, and I will move from the objectives of the project charter and selection. Basically this video is for the Six Sigma projects. So we will be talking about the most important phase in all Six Sigma projects, which is the project charter and selection. And this video will further help you to understand the importance of selecting an appropriate Six Sigma project for green belt and black belt level. Also, it will define the critical role of champions in the recognized phase, and it will help you to further understand that which products are categorized according to which level. So there are currently three types of projects in Six Sigma. One is too easy, middle is the difficult, and then there is the two difficult kind of projects. So the two difficult kinds of projects are based for Six Sigma black belt and black belt projects, and which are also called the Save the World, ocean boiling projects, or management problems. So the logic and intuition of types of the projects is that two easy projects can be solved in less time, whereas two difficult projects take more time than the easy projects. So the two easy projects does not create more logic and intuition, and two difficult projects help to create more logic and intuition for the person taking the projects. So starting from the definition of further types of the project, the two easy type of projects are the projects which require minimum effort or evaluations to make workable solutions, which are just straightforward solutions, such as working on improvement of a process of making a cup of tea, or working on the improvement of process of housekeeping, or making or finding errors in a device or a product. So two easy type of projects are often not undertaken by Six Sigma green belt and black belt. They are just for a part of these projects, a very smaller part. The second type of projects is the difficult type of projects. These projects are basically assigned to Six Sigma black belt and green belts during their certification program, and after that to check their knowledge on Six Sigma. Also, these involve quite intensive kind of research and evaluation before arriving at a solution. So these projects further involve usage of different Six Sigma tools, mathematical equations, hypotheses, and statistics to evaluate your findings. Also, the projects are ranges from 4 months to 6 months, and the smaller project usually don't take more than 4 months. And other than these projects are related to the company business goals, rather than like small projects. These have some kind of goal with the organization process improvement and organization findings. The example of difficult type of projects include low yield and utilization of machines, such as long cycle time of machine, reduction of long cycle time of machines, working on the re-scrap, the inventory, the improvement of the poor process capabilities, the unpredictable process performance. Other than that, the projects which are not providing you the accurate sigma level. So these kind of projects are substituted as difficult type of projects. These projects often further help you to reduce the and induce your project knowledge in form of Six Sigma methodology. So the last type of projects is the two difficult type of projects. These projects usually have very large scope. These are most of the time assigned to Six Sigma black belt and Six Sigma master black belt. It also involves some executive decisions, and it involves also interdepartment or intercompany different teams together working on a project for or finding a solution related to that project. So two difficult type of projects are often ranging from 8 months to 1 year or 2 years, depending on the nature of the project. Examples can be working on a scrap reduction in the whole company, consolidation of storage area in the company, quality improvement in the company, process management improvement in whole company, interdepartmental process management. And other than it can also include improving the sigma level of whole company departments, working on different company departments to improve the overall Six Sigma value. So these all three types of projects are based on different type and nature of the manufacturing industries. So basically the Six Sigma projects are then further categorized into three typical types. Number one are the operational projects. These projects basically deal with the manufacturing of products and processes. It can involve the production of part assembly, drilling, machinery, packaging, plastic, forming, milk production, taping, welding, delivery, soldering, forging, etc. So there can be a lot of projects which can be in operational type of project. So any project which has a certain kind of operation and a product at end result or a process proper with workflow, these are including in the operational type of projects. The second are the transactional projects. These involve information flow from one department or one process to another. These often involve human related processes in terms of service. It can involve order processing, planning process, human resource process, shipping and receiving, procurement, payroll, documentation. So every process which can have a human involved, it can be included in the transactional type of projects. Then the third one and last one is the engineering and design project. These projects deal with the existing and new product design and development or process line design. Basically these will be working with the introduction of new processes, new manufacturing plants, new products in your organization. These also include the improvement of machines, line and automation. So basically engineering and design projects are of greater value and also involve different kind of manufacturing and plus the engineering methodology and processes for the improvement. So the overall all kind of projects will have a similar project charter which will include a business case, a problem statement, a goal statement, a project scope, preliminary project plan and a communication plan. So a project charter is the basic overview or the basic document before starting a project to analyze that whether this project is of what category and what kind of processes or resources we need to conduct that project. So project charter involves different elements related to your organization and project, such as the business case is the relative to the strategic goals of the organization, as well as it will also tell you the risk and the consequences if the project fails. The problem statement is about your problem statement is your problem of your organization or the error you found in a certain process or a product, and it will also tell you the need of the project and why we need this project to be done. Project scope will be setting the boundary of the project, like improvement of a human resource process. So it will just involve the human resources processes. So similarly, like improvement of automation process or sigma level. So it will just involve the improvement of the a certain process which you will define in the project scope. Then we have the preliminary project plan. It is also critical for the Six Sigma project. It is also important the 5 phases of the DMAC. It will just tell you about the timeline of the project and how you will start this project, when you will reach the midpoint, how you will start from the defined phase and reaching to the last phase of the Six Sigma. So basically the preliminary project plan will consist all of these elements. And the last is the communication plan, which is used for the coordination. It will show you the key stakeholders which will be involved in the process, who you need to communicate, how you will communicate, what are the methodologies, and how the overall project will be communicated to other stakeholders. So basically the key elements of project charter can be less or more depending on the nature of the project. It can further involve job responsibilities of different persons. It can further involve the Gantt chart and the resource charts and the previous history of the project if it is already available. So working on the key projects elements, we have a project document which will involve the project definition. The project definition will be further consisting of problem statement, scope of the project as previous, like key elements, and then further target, measurable metrics and project business benefits. So if we talk about a sample project definition or a sample project charter, the sample can be like, we have over here have a project problem statement of a customer credit card approval process. So we have in this case scenario that it has caused 254 customer complaint for inability to use their cards. 8% of the customer cancelled their credit card, and it translates to inefficiency, can lost the customer. So basically what we are doing, we are trying to find out why the customer have lost their cards, or why they have inability to use their cards, and why the customer is not able to use the certain credit card, and what are the errors. So scope of the project is that it covers the newly issued, the family privileged and Visa Master cards only, because the problem is generated in a certain area. So scope is limited to the family privileged, Visa and Mastercard. The target is to decrease the approval cycle time so that the customer is not delayed and the cards are issued earlier than the required time. So basically when you will issue the card earlier, so the customer will then again be able to visit the organization and use the card. So that is the target, to reduce the approval cycle time to 1.5 days if I talk exactly. Then we have the measurable metrics, which are defined like the primary metric is to approve the cycle time, and secondary metric is to head count and hour time spent. So we will be measuring two things, this approved cycle time, either most of the applications are done in the approved cycle time or not. If not, then what is the head count and hour time spent, and what are the reasons behind it. The benefit will be that by implementing the Six Sigma methodology and this process, there will be estimated $35,000 saving per year. So basically when we talk about the Six Sigma projects, we are basically going to reduce our cost, and this cost can be reduced by improvement of the processes and reducing the waste processes from the processes or elements from a certain project or a process. The projected business benefit will be around $35,000 saving per year. So the basic purpose of Six Sigma methodology is that we reduce the cost of a certain process, and we can eliminate the waste processes from a project or a workflow, so that our project or our company can gain some benefit in terms of money and cost. So basically moving over the project definition and sample, these are all elements are the basic requirement of the project charter and project definition, and your every Six Sigma black belt or green belt project will be having all these elements as a necessary or core parts. So talking about the critical point of the Six Sigma projects, it is about the team member selection. So team member selection should be from all the disciplines of the organization. It should contain the staff, and it should select the right person for the right job. Such as if we are working in the production, so we'll be selecting a staff from the production. If we are working in the quality, then we will have a staff from the quality. So every department should have its related person working on the Six Sigma project and improvement processes. Also there should be champions assigned to each team, which has duty to discuss the process with their bosses on for the project involvement, and they can inform the project stakeholder about the project undertaking and updates on the project. So the team member selection is a critical point in the Six Sigma black belt and green belt projects, or we can say that for every project the team member selection is very important. The team member selection should also be based on maximizing your resources. It should not be greater than 5. It should not have too many members that are not actively contributing. It should have only members who are related to that process or product or to the workflow. It should release some resources for others, and it should not make the deadlock of the resources. So talking about the team member selection, we have an important point over here, that we should not lock all the resources, and ensuring that every member is involved in one project, and the person who is involved in one project is not involved in the other project, so his efficiency will remain the same, and he can be focused or to work on one project. But the problem is that when we are working on the Six Sigma projects, most of the time a single member is involved in other jobs, and then he is also involved in different projects. He are working on 2 or different themes. So that creates problem for the Six Sigma projects, and it creates delay in the project completion. So the basic problem is that we have to assign people who are able to do that project and conduct that project in minimum time, so that the cost for the organization is saved. So this video is up to here. Previously I have talked about the CPOC, voice of the customer, and that can be viewed on our YouTube channel. If you like this video, do visit my YouTube channel, and you can comment on any topic or tell me any topic to be translated in Urdu or English, and I will be happy to do it.